Hi everyone, I am Ace Lorijo Altayag of J.H. Real State College, Pagadian City, and the three of us is taking the course of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. So I am with Miss,
Just Ella Dilatory.
Honey Siren Dilatori.
and we will be sharing to you the things that we have learned during the discussion about the country of South Korea. So I have a question to you ladies. So when you hear South Korea, what comes out first in your mind? Let's have Princess first.
South Korea is very famous for their K-pop, their culture, their food, um, their idols. So if I hear South Korea, first thing that comes in my mind is the music.
How about you, Miss Honey?
When I heard South Korea, world most beautiful people.
Thank you so much. So for me, if I hear South Korea, I really get this excitement because I really stand one of their idols, and this is Treasure. Yes. So when I hear South Korea, the things that comes first is the idols, BTS, Blackpink, Big Bang, 21, their music, kimchi, the food, and Samsung. So that's it for the first sharing. So let's proceed to what we have learned during the discussion in the CSI. So let's have Miss Princess first.
Okay, so the country South Korea, it, um, I've heard we all heard of it a lot. So tourism, hospitality tourism wise of the country South Korea, I'm not completely ignorant about it. I mean, I've watched so many K dramas. I've stan some of their K-pop groups. I've watched vlogs about South Korea. So um about their destinations, attractions, the food. I've known some of them, but there are some that I've learned from the discussion, like the destination. Oh no, the attraction DMC Secret Garden. I haven't heard of it, but other destinations like the Jeju Island, their markets. I've heard of them already. Other from that, I've learned about how strong their culture are. Like Sir Dominic mentioned, they've colonized by Japanese, but have you have noticed about the country? Their culture is still very strong. They're still um, very proud about their um, like their dress. I forgot how to call their hanbok, their culture dress, their kimchi. They're still very well Korean despite of so many years that they have been colonized by Japanese.
Okay, let's have Miss Honey Siren. What have you learned?
So South Korea boasts abundant tourism attraction. Then tourists can experience historical culture heritage and modern culture. Can also explore and enjoy local cultures, natural environments, and unique foods. So many reason why South Korea is much beautiful country. Its mountains, ocean, temples, and music, nature, and super delicious food, and people that makes South Korea to one of the most beautiful country in Asia. So in addition, people in South Korea come to Seoul to enjoy various cultural activities.
Thank you so much. So for me, I have learned a lot in the discussion with Sir Dominic. And with that, I have also learned that South Korea actually get colonized by the Japanese, and they get their independence way back 1948. And also their money is Korean won. So um, if we convert it into peso, 1 peso is equivalent to 24 peso. So if you have 100 Korean won, it only need 4 pesos. And also, I have learned that I actually have a lot of um, stock knowledge about this country because I actually have followed idols and watched K dramas. But I have learned that the number one food in Korea is bulgogi or bulgogi, and second with kimchi based on the discussion, and they eat kimchi breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also, I have just watched a show, Rakidol. That's that is a show of one of my bias, and they eat a lot of kimchi with ramyun. And also, I have learned that South Korea is very famous in terms of music and food, and also their electronic gadgets because of Samsung. And also, I would like to add that I have also learned that what Princess have said also, that they are very culturally attached to their own culture, even though they have been colonized by the Japanese, and that's what I admired about them. Unlike us Filipinos, that we get influenced by this culture, Japanese, Spanish, and Americans, and while the Koreans stayed on loving their own culture. And also, their flag carrier is a Korea Air. So that are the things that I have learned during the discussion. So that, I guess that's it for this video. So I am a Lordy Joel Tayag,
And this elaboratory.
Ay, sa De La Torre.
and these are the things that we have learned about the country of South Korea. Saranghaeyo.